Welcome to Batico TV right about now, and it's me, still after right here, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a lot and lots of stuff going on in the Arsenal arena. As you guys know, we are gonna play right away, and the game is just very crucial, and we need to be on top of our match today. And you guys know preseason is going on in at the Emirates. In the US. As you guys know, Arsenal are here in the US and they're playing Bournemouth today, and it's gonna be live on Baltico TV. And if we have the time for that, now we have stories and stories that we want to discuss with you guys today, and it's um, very interesting. I would say there are lots and lots of exciting news going around Arsenal. As you guys know, Arsenal have been really going for this main guy. That is Calafiori, the main guy for the whole entire summer transfer news. And if nobody has ever talked about this guy in the Arsenal journal, I would say maybe you are not following Arsenal so well. Every single day, almost, you talk about Calafiori joining Arsenal. But the best news for today is that it's very clear that Calafiori has joined Arsenal, and it's very crucial that he's left only with the medical report from all sources. The main guys, that is Fabrizio Romano, has tweeted and said, yeah. Mikel Arteta and Calafiori, and all the deals between Calafiori and Basel has all been agreed, and it's just a matter of Calafiori coming to the US to do the medical. That will make it so interesting. So that is one thing that is very encouraging for all Arsenal fans and all Arsenal guys. As you guys know, it's very difficult to get a player that is very talented and into the mark. So Arsenal have really acquired a very good player in my view. They have really gotten somebody that everyone was looking for. All the teams in the Europe were looking for this wonderful guy, and it's amazing how Arsenal really pulled this out. As you guys know, it's been dragging off for a very long time, but the greatest news that we have today is that Calafiori has joined Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen, and it's exciting. It's really wonderful to see how Arsenal have been really difficult. Bologna has been very difficult with Basel, really, to bring out the clarity on the transfer aspect of Calafiori. But the main issue is he has agreed, and everything is done according to Romano and all the other guys in the footballing world. Have really agreed on the aspect that Calafiori is joining Arsenal here in the US, and they will come. He will come and do his medical from the US. That is the latest news that we have here, and yeah, everything is exciting here in LA, and everyone is enjoying every single aspect of the game. As you guys know, tonight Arsenal is going to meet Bournemouth. That is going to be live at 10:30 local time, and wonderfully it's going to be live. So make sure you stay tuned and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet, so that you become part of the channel and really we bring you out every single aspect of the news that we have here in the US. Now, that is with Calafiori. It's been going on for years, but right now we have it all done. So exciting news for everyone, exciting news for all the Gunners and the Gunners right there. So stay tuned. Now, with the latest news that we have also, now we have things that are going on at Arsenal. Number one is some outgoing that we have. The news is about Reece Nelson. Leicester City has really approached Arsenal with £20 million for this main winger, that is Reece Nelson, and he wants to join. The report is saying that Leicester City want Dries Nelson to join them. As you guys know, Leicester City is back in the Premier League, and they want to strengthen their wing. So the news is saying that they have approached Arsenal, and they wanted to pay £20 million to Arsenal to get Reece Nelson. But what is your view on that? What is your take on that? Do you want to send Reece Nelson out, or what is your take on that? Let me know in the comment and what you think about Reece Nelson leaving Arsenal. Now, on the other end, if Reece Nelson leaves, Arsenal are really looking into bringing another player that is very, I would say, very talented nowadays. He's from Sporting Lisbon. That is Gyokeres. So the report is saying that Arsenal are back in the radar for Gyokeres. As you know, Gyokeres wants to join the Premier League, and the report is saying that Arsenal have seen that the price of Gyokeres being 80 million pounds is so much, but they think they can acquire Gyokeres at around 60 million pounds, which is not terrible for me. It's not bad for me because as you look at all the games that Gyokeres has played, it's really tremendous, and it's very very interesting that all the sources coming out saying that Arsenal have gone back to see Gyokeres because, as you see, he really scored so many goals, about 48 goals last season, and helped Sporting Lisbon to win the game to win the trophy and the league trophy at in Portugal, which is very very interesting for me. If Arsenal can acquire a guy who is about 28 years old, but um, we know his potential, so a guy like that can help really push Arsenal forward in all aspects. Because as you know, Arsenal have a striking issue that is very very. I would say very disturbing because, as you know, last season we had the likes of we had the likes of Nketiah playing in. We had the likes of Kai Havertz chipping in. Gabriel Jesus was not on top of his game, so it's been very, very difficult, you guys, to see some of the players that we have in Arsenal not really performing to the best of the ability that we want them really to do. But all in all, if Arsenal can acquire this player, I would say it's going to be very, very good for Arsenal to improve on their striking line, and it would be really, really helpful for all Arsenal fans to see that at least Arsenal is pushing towards achieving something really big for the next season. As you guys know, Mikel Arteta also has been speaking a lot that the the desire that they have is really to improve the team and make the team much better compared to last season, which is one thing that all Arsenal fans are really thinking of, and they want really to do that. Because if Arsenal doesn't really improve on the striking line, I would say we shall have a very difficult season. Because last season we knew at some point Arsenal weren't scoring, the wingers weren't really hitting up anything, they weren't like really scoring any goal. So hopefully, if they can move on to acquire Gyokeres as the main player for the striking line, I'm really, really optimistic that would really help Arsenal. On the other end, we know that Nketiah is about to leave Arsenal as well, but he had a very interesting interview yesterday, which he said he's not going to leave Arsenal in any aspect. He's still there. He's trying to encourage the younger guys to really do their best in the preseason so they can break out of the game. As you guys know, sometimes it's very difficult as a young player to move on to do certain things in life, which I mean in the football pitch. But if you have friends and family and people who are together with you in the team, Nketiah was saying it's very good to see the younger players coming in, the likes of Onyeri, the likes of yeah, the new signed guy that is Petford, which is very very interesting. He says it's very important for young players to really train together with the older players or the first team players to help them really grow up in a very very interesting way. Now he is also being wanted by Marcel. That is the latest news that we have. Marcel wants to sign Nketiah, and it's very very interesting that Marcel wants him, and it's about they're giving about 30 million pounds, which is for me, Arsenal is saying it's really small. They can't sell Nketiah for 30 million pounds. They want around 50 million pounds, and so to help so that maybe Marcel would take him. But in your view, in your own aspect, how much would you really charge for Nketiah? Because we know he's a good player, only that he's not that player that Arsenal wants in the front line, I would say. But if Arsenal could acquire him and make him, I mean, Arsenal could send him out and use that money to top up and buy Gyokeres, I would say it would be a really, really good deal. Much as we know, Nketiah has helped Arsenal in so many aspects, but people don't really give him the credit that he deserves, which is normal. I know if you're not playing every other time or every season, like starting from start to the beginning, start to end, you feel like um, it's not crazy. Isn't that crazy that I mean, Nketiah, our homegrown player, is going away to Marcel, and Arsenal would have to really replace Nketiah if he is leaving. And also, we know the other news is Reese Nelson is really going also, and another player is Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe still Fulham is still interested in him, and also West Ham has now joined the raid, and Crystal Palace also joined the race to really fight for this guy that is Smith Rowe. The report is saying that if they can pay at least 40 to 50 million pounds, Arsenal can take that, and Arsenal can go in and get the replacement. That is Merino. As you guys know, Mikel Merino is also in the radar for Arsenal, and Arsenal is looking very closely to get him. And we know he's really, really good at Real Sociedad, which is a team in Spain. And Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, and Edu are closing in to see if Merino can really come in place for either Smith Rowe or Reece Nelson. Whoever is sent out, Arsenal is going to replace. That is what we know as far as the latest news on Arsenal is really moving on. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Let me know in the comment what do you think about Arsenal game today. As you guys know, we're going to do a little preview of it as well live right now and see how the game will go. It's still from some hours away. If you're in the US, in the eastern side where I am, you're going to be um the game is going to be at 10:30. There would be like 7:30 in the central time. But let's see how the game would go. If we have the time, possibly we shall show you. I will be here to do the watch along, possibly. And mostly, if I don't do this one for today, for sure I'm going to do the one for Manchester City and the one for Manchester United and the one for Liverpool. The one for Liverpool is pretty close to me, of which I may go if all goes well. And then if I don't go, I'll do the watch along. But I really wanted to go watch that in Philadelphia. So be part of the channel and subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the best news that we shall have as Arsenal do their preseason right here in the US. So that is what we have, ladies and gentlemen. Every single thing you want to know about Arsenal, let me know. Any question you want to have. Now let's go and dive and look at the match itself, where Arsenal is going to play their biggest you guys know the biggest man, that is Bournemouth. Remember the 3-0 that Bournemouth really scored at Arsenal at the Emirates. I hope it's not going to be repeated today. I hope it's not going to be in the channel today. Hopefully, Arsenal can just brush Bournemouth straight away. We know the youngsters are so many today in the preseason, which is good. I know it's starting with a fairly good game, and Arsenal would still move on to that aspect and make it all best and best and best for the game, as people understand. It's really difficult to see how preseason sometimes goes, and it's also very difficult to predict the lineup, as you guys know, because lots of young players are there, lots of people who you don't know are gonna feature in the game. But I'm just gonna do a little bit of a prediction on the Bournemouth game. I'm going for 4-3-3. Just a little bit of the lineup. I would say I'm going on with that Haynes would go in the goal, and the next one I would go with number 2. I would go with Ben White. I will go number 3. I'm gonna go with Zini, and then in the middle of the pack I will go with Kivio, and our main man, that is Timber, would go in the center, and in the midfield I'm gonna go with Odegaard, maybe Waneri, and Jorginho. That is my midfield. Then in the front, we know that I will go with Trossard, maybe starting, and then Nketiah, and then in the wing, I will go with Reece Nelson. That would be my ideal lineup for the game. Possibly, if predicting preseason lineup is just very difficult. It's very, very difficult. I don't know who Mikel Arteta is going to put, but all in all, we shall see how the game will go, and if I happen to do it, watch along, we shall enjoy. So that is all we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet.